I'm Jenkinson, the Caravan expert, and welcome to my Caravan channel.
Well, I'm still at the PCC rally, and I've now gone up from the Bluebird Ramble I was looking at before to a Winchester. Now, the Winchester name was known as the Rolls Royce of caravans, and there was one simple good reason for that, because the craftsmanship was superb, the woodwork in its era and the designs were all spot on. And most of the caravans they produce were usually produced for a customer own specification, even though they did have Pacific models. They could be adjusted, and I'm in one such model now. This belongs to Rob Finney, and he's kindly let me come in and basically do what I want in here on my filming. And I'm going to give you a quick tour around in a second. But Winchester Caravans were one of the very first caravan manufacturers, and they started off in the early 1900s producing horse-drawn caravans, and then eventually by the early 20s they started making car-drawn caravans. They also made a few motorhomes as well, as a lot of caravan manufacturers did in those early days. But Winchester built up a very good following, loyal following. They had the Winchester Wagoners, which was like an owners club, and they'd go on long tours, not just in the UK but abroad as well. Now the thing is, we can't imagine it these days, but these caravans were made literally in a workshop. They were produced, as I say, on a very low production volume scale. They were made just outside of Winchester, and the Hutchins family would remain in control until the very early 60s, when the Winchester name was sold to Stevens & West, who made Sterling caravans, another luxury caravan, and also the Signet range, which is a lower end touring caravan. And they sat on it. They produced one or two, but they sat on it for some years. They stopped producing Winchester, and by 1973-74 the Winchester name was back, but in a different guise, until the very early 80s, when it disappeared and went for good, unfortunately, very sadly. But because of people like Rob, they've kept this name alive, showing people what luxury caravan it was all about back in 1953. Because this caravan would have cost you £1,200. Now it weighed around about 1700 weight. I'll have to convert that to kilos. I still work in hundredweight per feet and inches. And the van is around about 13-14 foot long, and amazingly it's 7 foot wide. Now the thing is, which is very wide actually for a tour of that particular time to be towed. Now the thing was, when I walked into it, it feels like a modern Tourer 8 foot wide. That's how spacious it feels. But this caravan was known as a lightweight, and it was designed, as I say, specially probably for a customer who wanted some variation. So I'm going to take you now, without further ado, a quick tour around this and show you just how brilliant this van is and how beautiful it is, and in fantastic condition, and how it's been lovingly looked after and restored over the years. Remember, 1953 this was made, so it stood the test of time. Come on, I'm going to take you around. Right, well, I'm going to take you through from the entrance story, and I love this thing, this like leaded window effect. I mean, that was typical, and it showed that this caravan was a luxury tourer. Now, the kitchen is a little L-shaped, and it's right in this corner, and it's a very unusual design. Plastic sink, well, that was all the rage that time, and an original gas cooker, and look at this, there, the little knobs there, and of course you've got your tea things here. But look at this, this is lovely. It's really, I mean, that was, at its time, classed as, and it still is, in my eye, it still is a beautiful piece of craftsmanship. And there you did your cooking, and basically, you know, again, by today's standards, it's completely different. Worktop, you only got that bit in the corner there. But that's your kitchen, and over here is a seat, and you can put this table here down, which is stood at the top there. And it feels so. Look at all this floor area. There was mains electrics in it. There was 12-volt electrics in it, and there is a gas tap for a gas fire. Yes, you used to have freestanding gas fires. Not very health and safety these days. But I like things like this. This little 12-volt light here on the wall. The roof, actually, on the outside is canvas and had to be I think it's like a dope on them, lacquer, and it had to be redone every couple of years because otherwise it would have started to rot and you would have had a leaky roof. But look at the space here. This really is a spacious tourer, and it would sleep four because this, as I've just showed you here, we'll just turn back round again, mates into a double bed. Now, coming across here, you've got a side dresser, and it's lovely. Look at this nice big window in here, and I just love the way it's all been put out just as it would have been. Loads of storage. Say, I won't go looking around in there, it's not fair to do that. And more storage above here, which for this time, this period, was a lot of storage. Got a nice little gas light there as well, and it's just really magnificent. Okay, look at this, how spacious it is in this middle. I can't get over it. And I get this nice big wardrobe too, and it goes right up to the ceiling. And this wardrobe door, if I'm not mistaken, right, I'm not going to mess around with it, I think would come out, and I think would have helped form a partition here. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask about that. But anyway, let's just go back into this area. Now this is another part of the lounge. You've got that seating bit up there, of course, but here we have another section. And again, it's so spacious. This will make into a double bed. A nice little cupboard bit here. Some nice little mementos here of the 50s. Now here is your loo compartment. Now, you've also got a door. And this door, before I go on that loo compartment, this door actually was a common thing to have in tourers, especially in two-berths, because, although this is four-berth, because what it enabled you, when you went touring on the continent, it meant that you could use this door and always get out on the safe side of the caravan if it was parked on a busy main road. But also, people could use this loo here, and if you're at the front end over there and you want to go through the loo, then you go out through the door round here and go through this, so you didn't disturb the people here. How thoughtful. But this is what would happen. You'd pull that out like that, and that would double your floor space in there. And there's also this neat little bit here you pull down, and that shuts that bit off there. All very thoughtful. Nice little touches. Lovely. Put that back again, we don't want to look in there. Right. I think you'll agree, this really is a smart little tourer. Well, it's not so little, it's big. And yet it's not very big on the outside. Wow, what a layout. So, in 1953, with £1,200, towing behind your car of the 50s, it could be a Jag, Humber, you'd have felt really special in this caravan. And people on site, as soon as they saw that Winchester badge, would have known you'd arrived. It's good to see, again, as I said before, this sort of thing preserved, and it needs to, because our UK caravan history should be really preserved and let everybody know what it was, how important it was, and still is to the UK. The economy, everything. We were well known and produced some of the best touring caravans available on a global scale. So, 1953, well, it was the Queen's coronation, of course, then, and this is when this was made, and it's still here, and so's our dear old Queen. But what a testament to the craftsmanship of this Winchester caravan. It really is lovely. It's brilliant. Do you know what? I think I might make myself a brew. Now then, I wonder where they keep all the cups. Oh, before I go as well, I'll just be very careful with this. That is a Winchester. Like, you used to get crockery caravans at one time, and they used to have them specially designed for them. Let's get that bit in. I better put this in back very, very carefully. You wouldn't have left that while it was on tow, would you? There you go. Right. Yeah, I think I'll have a find and see where the cups are. Please subscribe. Please keep watching. Please leave your comments, and I hope you enjoy the videos. I try and do a very good varied sort on the channel, and when I'm at a classic caravan ride like this, it really is quite exciting for me to see some of these tours. Some of them down the bottom end I remember very well when I was young, so I don't know if that says anything really about me getting old. But anyway, I'll see you for now.